nature corn. Sorry. We had to put the nature corn, you know? Otherwise, it's not ain't done a video. Now, the second one is the shield. So the shield, what did we get? We got, oops, wrong button. We got rank 12 with the shield, which is kind of really good. 100, wow. That was some good rewards. Now, for the sword itself, I died pretty quickly. I did my best, but I died pretty quickly. So we died at the rank 18, which we got a lot less things for it, but we only got 3 Power Stone less. So that's not bad. Now, for the moment that you're waiting for, Resistance, the second run of the tournament is flawed. You know why? Because when I was doing the tournament, I had enough stone to, I had enough diamond to go and rank 11. Oh, not great. 30 gem and 8 stone. That's not good at all. Shit. Ah, that's not good at all. That is not good. So what happened is we had enough diamond to get the 4th lab. Instead of buying the 4th lab, what I did is I left the round. My mistake. I was doing 3 things at once, so yeah. But there's some good news. The next goal, because again, I'm waiting for a milestone, right? And I wanted to upgrade myself until we had enough for the for the event. We're gonna have a tournament in in 2 days, because this morning is Thursday. But by then we have a mission, and the mission is kill enemy with landmine. So now we're gonna be waiting until we got 400k of coin. This is my next big buy of coin to get the landmine. Now this should not take us more than an hour or so, or 2, but I'll be sleeping, so possibly tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll buy the landmine. And we'll just focus on doing tier 1, because tier 1 right now is the most profitable. With that being said, what else? There's not a lot left. Pretty disappointed with myself because I missed it. And that's it, so let's continue with our defending. Let's see what this quad said. Darkest Nights, okay. I see what else you mentioned. The one I currently have, okay, you have the keyboard module. You may be better suited other than gaining tier level buying a daily mission tournament. That's already been store. Sorry for not being able. Back in biz now. I had a bender with and next week has Monday for a week. Active. Thanks for keeping the guild in 9 peeps. It's okay. Take time off. It's a game. We'll take time off. It's a game. Okay, good. I should have done this. Oh, you're stupid. You're making mistakes again and again and again. To suffocate the pain I hold inside, I tear off my skin. 'Cause it's too late to take you from yourself. I hold my breath forever to suffocate the pain I hold inside. Okay, good. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add to the notes YB99 and package. Keep it. Dumpling is your boy. Welcome to our show. You guys are doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 4th September 2025. It is 12:20 a.m. We finished about 12 minutes ago. 12, 15 minutes ago, finished Prison Break. We watched the entire fourth season. As I said, I'm not gonna be watching I'm not gonna be watching the whatchamacallit. I'm not gonna be watching the second. Oh my god. See, we're on a website that I'm not supposed to be, which is streaming, and they're giving me stupid stuff. Yeah, so we're back. As I mentioned, we finally finished Prison Break. We finished at 12:10, so extremely, extremely, extremely happy. This is the last day. Also, just to let you guys know, this I'm gonna do mute because I don't want to hear it. There's a little bit of a problem. It's not a big deal, but it's a little bit of a problem. The little bit of a problem is I'm gonna try my best. But it might break on us. So I'm possibly gonna be in the middle of doing my recap, and then middle of the recap, like, yeah, guess what? This show is not available anymore. So it is definitely a possibility. However, let's stay positive. Why am I not watching season 5? Okay, so I made sure, right? And turns out that season 5 was filmed in 2017. What's that problem? Well, Prison Break finished in 2008. You understand? Okay, so now we have I don't remember where we were. I don't remember. I think it's 20. I think it's 20. We'll remember as it's, if we're doing this, there's 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. 25, 22, 23, 24. Sorry about this. Okay. So as I mentioned, yes, this is where we were. By the way, guys, oh my god, we finished. I have never worked so hard for a recap. I have never worked so hard. Now, tomorrow we're starting Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine is going to be a bit easier because it's a comedy. Prison Break, how can I put this? Prison Break is a bit easier because you just have to remember what it is. And Prison Break is easier to make it, and okay, let me put it like that. Prison Break is an easier show because it has more narrative, right? But you have to remember that, for example, something that happened in season 1. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is more of a comedy, and like, oh, I found this really funny, and I found this whole plot. I like this episode a little less, so no question about that. Again, we're whispering because it is 12:30. Why can I not go inside? I'm gonna spend the whole winter inside, so it's not bad. Okay, so Michael and Lincoln get together, realize that their mom set them up. This is bad because they're completely stuck. Chances are I'm not gonna remember most of this because this was 3 hours ago, right? The craziest thing is Lincoln my apologies. I won't forget my bottle of water. The funniest thing is Lincoln goes in, and Lincoln is, how can I say this? You know what? I have another idea for videos. Very productive today. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, notes. Good. So, after a week, do a great day, full Lord of the Ring marathon. Have fun, play the tower, record a lot, do clips. Yeah, there you go. This is gonna be in a week because after that time I'm so exhausted. I'm working hard. Lincoln just left. He's the only one of the 4 that didn't know that this was a setup, right? So this is why they're blocked. But the problem is he's blocked with Michael, the two main character, if you will. Um, the last news was that the general, the whole thing was making Scylla public. The whole thing was like, yo, there's this literal, what do we call it? There's this literal, reveal. Yo, we have Scylla, we had Scylla for a while. You want to take advantage of it? You have to buy it. Right? Now, here's a cool part. Jello is there, and you see, Teabag is the only one that's kind of there for him. And it's a case of, it's not a case of we're here for him, It's more so a case of this situation, I can take advantage of the situation. And I'm Teabag, so I'm gonna do what I need to do, and you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit, bro. Which is something I kind of like. Listen, it's the governor. It's not Michael. It's not Lincoln. We don't care. So now every single door is locked. They don't know what to do, and we're trying to run away, right? And this is kind of cool because there's no way out. They're out of the floor. These stairs are locked. They're on the floor, and it's a big hotel. So all they have to do is find the floor at which they are. They cannot run away, and they can't do anything. She is happy because what she's trying to do is, so basically what they're trying to do is she's trying to say that the Chinese were behind it. Oh no, it was India behind it. They're trying to blame geopolitics, but geopolitics have nothing to do with it. Because they're trying to say, oh my god, we're the enemies. Oh my. I dropped something. Did I drop it here? No, the light is not gonna move. What did I drop? I dropped a chopstick. Is that important? Not really, but it is because I like to eat ramen with chopstick. And we'll be eating ramen tomorrow. Thank you, you did good. You did good, fair friend. You put them in the wrong place, but you took care of it. Here's better, right? It's better. And we're gonna put, yes, go such a light. When you're seeing me. Sounds good? Sounds delightful. I have to check. Tomorrow is supposed to rain, so I'm gonna have to put this in. Right. So yeah, so they're trying to make it seem like there are enemies everywhere, but they're not. Nando reached out to say, hey, what happened? Is still available. Again, this is kind of blurry for me because I just watched today. I forgot. Today we're at season 4, episode 10. We watched 14 episodes in one day, so it's a bit harder to realize. Again, Don is trying to pull rank. Don doesn't have a lot of cards in this game, but he pulls rank along. It's like, hey, I'll have your job, blah 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 blah. And this is kind of a shame thing because it's not the smart thing to do. We know that Sarah is now under captive of the mother of the brothers. Why? Because she was supposed to take care of her. Mahone is the one that saved her. Mahone, time and time again, he comes in the clutch. Mahone is an MVP of a lot of things. He doesn't act in Primordial, but he is. Now this is important, right? This guy's son was killed, and he thinks that the Chinese are behind it. But this guy, he wants war. So here it is completely different. The first guy that she went to see, the mom of Schofield, I don't remember her name. We'll call her Mother Bitch, because she's not nice. Mother Bitch comes in, and she's like, I want to sell it to you. And the first person looks like a decent person. He looks like a decent person. He doesn't look like he's going to be using Scylla for something wrong. This guy, however, This guy, however, he lost his son. And he's like, well, if I can use this as a weapon, I'm going to be using it as a weapon. I want vengeance. Right? And she's like, oh, well, I'm a son too. I understand how you feel. And she doesn't. She didn't do. She didn't do. She didn't do. So then she's trying to sell it. There's a really cool thing. I love this. I love this. I'm gonna miss this show. Now that it's done. Lincoln is reminding himself of good moments because he thinks this is the end. Lincoln's like, don't worry, we got this. Michael is like, don't worry, we got this. The police are like, hey, we got everybody. Don't worry about it. See, there you go. So the general, which is kind of smart, he's getting what the plan of the mother does. He's like, and they're trying to frame China for killing the Indian Prime Minister's son. So this is gonna create another war, right? And in this case, the mother is see when I first started the whole mother things, I wasn't sure who was the bad guy, her or the general. They're both cruel, they're both mean, but the mom is a bit worse. The mom is a bit worse. Now, this is complex because you're mixing emotion with facts. The mother is worse because she did abandon Michael and Lincoln. Simple as that, right? But actually, is she the worst? I believe so. You can believe something else, I don't know. So Michael is able to force a lock and he's able to do something. You know, he does. They take all of this cleaning supplies and do little bombs, which is really cool. So they have a little bit of air freshener. Air freshener contains CO2. The CO2 is going to be the part that allows, so you can take whipped cream and you can let it on fire. This stirs CO2. It does mini bombs, which is, I gotta say, kind of cool. When I say kinda, I mean very, very cool. I mean, I wouldn't have thought about that. So the fact that the boys thought about that, kudos, boys. So they go in. Scythe is once again, and it's funny because Scythe is he's looking for the brother too, right? But here's a guy this guy is awesome. This guy goes in and he's like, yo, I'm not afraid of your rank. I know I don't know who you are, but I'm high rank. And it's funny because for him to know that, it's possibly a corrupted cops, but still, him and Don fight. It's a okay scene. It's not the best fighting scene, but it's an okay fighting scene. Don gets his hand on a knife and kills him. Michael is able to. This is really cool. He's able to open a door and even cuts the alarm. So that's really, really, really cool. He goes in, and then what they do is, there you go. This is so cool. He goes in, right? And what they do is they write a whole trolley of paper okay, so toilet paper, which is gonna burn, is gonna touch the can of air freshener, which is gonna be exploding, right? So right away, what happened is it explodes, and it's a big explosion. However, what the guy do? They steal the uniform of the cops and like, hey, we're good. But sadly, they get caught. Even more sadly, the guy that was pretending to be a priest, this guy, comes up and says, hey, you're gonna give me the prisoner, right? And back with the general. General comes in, Mahone is there. It's super insane. Lincoln is there, Michael is there. Mahone tells Michael, listen, Sarah is free with Christina, your mom. She escaped also. So this is kind of the general's like, hey, you failed us. And Lincoln's like, no, you set us up. Which he did set us up, right? So this is insane. This is so cool. The general is such an asshole, but I like the way he does. So they all have something to lose. The general all have a card against them. So he puts a name in the bowl and he draws. He draws a name and this guy will pay for everybody. So the name that he draws is Self. So what does he do? He takes Self and he kills his wife. As simple as that. safe. He managed to escape. He managed to escape from to jumping in the water, but he gets shot. So sadly, this is pretty much it. There you go. He just transferred $750 million to buy Scylla. So the guy who thought that another country killed his son now has a humongous weapon, and that humongous weapon will be used. And the mother of the boys, like, oh cool, I got my money, you know. So yeah, I think she's the worst person. Not by much, but she is. And it's kind of powerful here. It's kind of really powerful storytelling. You bring the two bad guys, scene after scene. Did the general do something? Absolutely, yes. Did the mother do something? Absolutely. 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 What the mom did was horrible. What the general did was horrible, but it's much less than what the mom did. So in comparison, general, you fail. I'm happy we are 12:30 and it's not gone. Teabag is a badass here. Teabag is a badass because he protects the general's like, I'm the right man. I'm the one of the MVP here. And the general's like, I can only trust Teabag here. Which is also super, super insane. Now, the brothers know that the mother, this is an important thing. The brothers, okay, so here it is. The boys know that the mother is a bad guy. So then they're gonna go after her. Now, here is the truth. I think they want to go against the general, but they realize that the general is gonna be way harder to get than the mom, right? So the first to kill is the mom. And this is actually pretty good. We find Saif is still alive there, which is kind of important. And yeah, Teabag is trying to go to the colonel. And guess what he does? Teabag is amazing. He said, he tell the general's like, I don't like this. Michael, I don't have leverage against Michael. He went away. Teabag's like, you have the girlfriend. And the general's like, no, I don't know where the girlfriend is. So it's like, while you were talking, I went to see my own GPS, and I found out. And you know what he does? The general's like, you're super useful, Teabag. Prove that you're useful, you get a promotion. So this is super cool. So what they do is, the mom gonna transfer. So she goes to the bank to get a transfer. But the boys, they go in. And what did they do? What did they do? What did they do? What did they do? They take Scylla. They take Scylla from the mom's head. Lincoln is becoming a pretty good shooter. He's protecting both himself and Michael, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? But now, the crazy thing is now the process for the public lynching of Lincoln and Michael is back. It's like, oh, dude, these guys are horrible, horrible. Teabag goes back to get Sarah, and he kidnaps her, which is kind of crazy. Because he's like, yo, I just need you to cooperate. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Which is kind of important. Michael and this is really good. Michael and Mahone get Scylla. But Lincoln is left behind. Now, here's the thing. You don't see Lincoln get shot, but you see him with a gun that's empty. So he doesn't really have a chance. So here it is. This is like insane. The mom's like, I have your brother, and if you don't come, I'm gonna kill him. And he's like, no, mom, please. So she takes a gun and she shoots Lincoln, which is not her son. And she's like, hey, you have 5 hours until he dies, which is insane. Why? The second episode, the next episode is Michael's choice. You know that Teabag. Okay, so you know, good news, we still have it. Still have it. Might be able to pull it off, guys. I might be able. Episode 21. I got 21, 22, 23, 24. It'll take me an hour and a half still. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Am I still uploading? We're still uploading. Oh dude. Okay, good. Good, we did good. Yeah, I tried to upload like YouTube Studio. It's so slow. YouTube, it's like way better. I don't know why. So the second episode is Michael Trust. Okay, so Teabag has Sarah. Teabag is working for the general, right? The mom has Lincoln, and Lincoln is the brother of Michael. So Michael's choice is basically who are you choosing, your brother or your wife? Oh my god, wait, it's not his wife, it's his girlfriend. If you ask me, the choice is pretty simple. I choose Scylla, I choose the bunny. Fuck those two. So yeah, so it's so sad because now Michael and Mahone are together, and there's only that. And then, you know what's insane? The name of the episode is Michael's Choice, right? But they literally have Pam. What happened with Pam's choice? So this is kind of sad. This is really, really sad. Um, yeah. So she asks him. She tells him, "Hey, um, look at you. You're a loser compared to Michael. You had the same parents. You had the same environment. Why can't you be more like him?" And Lincoln says, "Because my mom's a bitch," which was kind of funny. I have to say, it made me chuckle. It made me chuckle. Haha. So she tells him, "Don't you understand? Michael already knows that you guys are not even related. Maybe that's why he doesn't care about what's going on with you. Maybe that's why he's not there right now." Which honestly is pretty disgusting. But hey. So we have the general with Sarah. And actually being pretty nice. Why is being pretty nice? Well, because he has Sarah, right? The mom of Michael shot Lincoln. General didn't shoot. They didn't shoot Sarah. Now, the thing is, the general never intended to have Sarah be free. You know. So this is kind of weird. Now, there's the thing I thought like Teabag who has such a nice character evolution. Teabag who came from so far does this one thing. He gives the pockets. Take my pockets. Why did he do that? That's what he did in Fuck River. So what happened to Cole Pfeiffer? What happened to years of evolving? It doesn't work. Michael is making it explosive, and there's a really good scene between Michael and Mahone, which is basically like, yo, by the way, before we continue, I'm so sorry. I should have done this at the beginning of the video. How did I feel about season 4 ending? I felt like it was a great ending. I thought it was super nice. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well executed too. It's it's weird because there is ending A, which is season 4, episode 22. There's an ending there. Then there's ending B. Ending B because there shows something there. So it is kind of weird, isn't it? It is kind of weird. But hey, what do I know? I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Oh shit. We'll be right back. I made a mistake. Shit. It's not the biggest mistake, but it's not the... It's not the biggest mistake, but it's a small mistake. We took the batteries and we didn't do it correctly. Don is back in hospital and he's being treated. Now, here's a good thing. Don meets assholes that are bigger assholes than him. Oh, that's not here, right? So they go to the dock, right? And there's a meeting between Michael's mom and Michael. Michael, we know that he was making explosive, he used them right away. So only explosives are fireworks and Vaseline. Go figure. But there's a guy that saw Michael. See, I know there's this guy we just saw. Okay, so technically speaking, right? There was a so I'm not saying which is kind of important, but it's only important. It's not okay. It's not important in the grand scheme of things, but it's important in certain cases. So it's important in a case where you know the attack at the consulate. Well, they're pinning it on Michael and Lincoln, so everybody's hating them now. We had a cool scene with Sucre. Sucre, who's like in Chicago, he got followed, and somebody is behind him, and they tell him, and this is really really good. Sucre is being followed. There's a car that parks behind him, and the car parks behind him, and it's like, well, you figure out who it is. It's C-Note, who's coming back, which is really fucking cool. The C-Note coming back, I didn't see it, but C-Note released another character, and I didn't really see it. I feel bad I don't do season 5, but you saw how hard I worked this last week, right? You see how much of a bitch this mom is. She treats her kids like shit. And the worst thing is, she treats Michael better than she treats Lincoln, but she still treats him like shit. So, is it much, much better? No. Is it a little bit better? It's a little bit better. C-Note is there. And C-Note is like, yo, my whole, whatchamacallit, my whole, freedom was behind me snitching for Mahone. But Mahone ended up in sauna. And because he ended up in sauna, they didn't have a chance to really. How can I say this? Okay, so let's say let's put it like this, right? Put it like this. Mahone had crimes that he could have been going to jail in USA, but he went to Panama, so he got in jail. But he didn't pay for the crime that he committed in prison in USA. This is it. So because Mahone was gone, there was no longer a deal for C-Note. The deal fell off, and C-Note had to be like, yo, we kind of have to. I'm risking jail again. So what he does is he asks Sucre like, yo, where do you know where your brother are? And the great thing is, Sucre is like, I can't believe you, man. Those guys did so much for you. What? You're still trying to betray them? And the C-Note's like, no. I know this guy, and this guy, I can trust him. You can trust him. He is a player. He's not a punk. And you realize who it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's Kellerman. And the return of Kellerman is such a beautiful thing. We're going to talk about why Kellerman... Okay, so we're going to talk about why Kellerman is such a good character when we see him. So we got this guy who comes in to interrogate. Look at this. I want you to look at this guy carefully. Okay, so this is done, right? This is done, right? You're gonna tell me who this guy is. You're gonna tell me who this... Yes, who is this guy? If you said Ethan from Lost, can I fucking hug you? Because you're awesome. You're awesome. So now what he does is... This is insane. So they're threatening him, and they said, you know what? You're a disgraced agent. You betrayed your country. We don't have pity for you. If we do, we can do whatever we want. What's gonna stop us? We're kind of the bureau, right? We're the highest ranking police authority force. However, that's not the worst. There's a guy from the agency that comes in after, which is really funny. Banerjee is back with the mom of Michael, and he wants to buy it. So it's like, yo, what am I doing? I don't know what to do. Now, we know that they have Sarah, and this is the craziest thing. The general tells Michael, listen, you know who's next to Sarah now? It's Bagwell. You know Bagwell, remember T-Bag? You don't want it to be next to your wife. It's like, oh, I need more time. It's like, no, you get an hour. Right? It is really, really cool. And what she does, which is really good, is, why did you sell them out? He said an office and a desk, which means that he still wants to be co-Pfeiffer. I have this mosquito bite on my right cheeks, and it hurts like a bitch. And she's like, do you really think they're gonna have a uneducated rapist working for them? It's like, don't try. So now what he does is he talks about how in prison you spend 5 amount having her, and she's like, I read your file. You can't even have, you can't even get up because you got sexually abused as a kid. You got trauma. You cannot get an erection. So you can't do anything. Even if you were to rape me, can you rape me? Which is kind of insane. Lincoln and Michael talk, which is kind of insane because the mom lets him. But at the same time, you see the brothers. You see how close they are, right? That's really good. And Michael literally is like, yo, please save Sarah. Please, you can save Sarah. So he sacrificed himself for his girlfriend. You know? My mom's trying to be understanding this, like, yo, I know how you feel, but we need to help the general because you have Pam. So we're giving out 2 people, not 1. So this is kind of important. I got to the bathroom. I'll be right back. There, go back. Okay. There we go, back. 10% battery is shit. I'm gonna end the video here. What I'll do is I'll connect I got the battery pack, so we're good. 10% shit. So good. I could do this. And I can do this, yeah. We're good. We're good. Look at okay. Look. Don't worry, guys. Battery isn't a problem, and storage is not a problem. Okay. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the finale of our Prison Break recap. I don't know if it's going to be finale because we still have half of 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. I got 4 episodes left, so I think it's going to be the finale. I'm excited. It's been a journey and a half, so with no further ado, I got 7% left, so don't worry, we're charging it. The question is it charging fast enough or not? And the answer is, I don't know. Am I a bit nervous? Yes, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning on the 4th, the day after they were supposed to take it out of the store, then Netflix. So, I don't know. I'm going to be able to do everything I need to do, but I'll try. And if I succeed, I succeed. If I fail, I fail. There's nothing wrong with failure. You perceive failure as being wrong, but part of life. C'est la vie. I talk about the general. I talk like the biggest hassle in the show. So the most important scene was here. She's like, she told Lincoln, you know how I was able to let you rot on the chair. So rotting on the chair means the electric chair, which was in season 1. It's like, you're not my son, you're a barrel. And there's an amazing scene where she tells him, "I told Aldo I didn't want a kid," and you learn that Burrow. Okay, so Here's the thing. Lincoln was a son of Burrow, right? Michael is a son of both Burrow and you know what's insane? He's a son of Burrow and Christina. Lincoln is a son of only Aldo. And I kind of figure it out because, you know, they have the same sickness. There is a chance, I believe, there's a chance that if Lincoln was truly the son of Christina, he would have had their sickness, you know? So maybe it's hereditary and then you miss the genes, so you possibly don't have the genes, which possibly means that you don't share the gene that is hereditary, you know what I mean? But hey, it's like, you're not my son. It's like, I told him I didn't want kids, but he forced me to have kids. And that's kind of crazy. So yeah, so this is pretty good. Christina goes in. And this one bear that she had, for Scylla, say, "Hey, how come I don't have Scylla yet? You were supposed to deliver Scylla a long time ago. What is going on? Why is it taking so long?" And he refused to buy it. So then she loses the buy. She gets her pissed off because we know how hard it is. So she comes in and she's just trying to kill him. So Mahone calls Christina and he's like, "Yo, I can give you what Michael could have given me." And she's like, "What is that?" Well, protection from my family. And she's like, "Yeah." And Lincoln listens to the conversation. He calls Mahone son of a bitch. And here's the important part. Mahone says, "I owe Lincoln. I do not owe Michael." So he does, which is great, which is fucking phenomenal. Because then you learn that it's a plan, right? But on the surface, what he does is Michael and Mahone goes out. Michael is protecting Sarah. Mahone is protecting Lincoln. They're pretty freaking good. Mahone started to give out so, and the whole time, you're thinking that Mahone betrayed. Mahone betrayed. Michael, but not he betrayed. T-Bag is making. He's trying to get into Sarah's head. Sarah is trying to fight back, but what happened is the handle is kind of shaky, so he can run away. Michael calls the general. It's like, "Yo, I have Scylla. Meet me there at this time." Right? And Michael says to Mahone, this is a really cool scene. This is a really cool scene because you got a whole scene where Michael tells Mahone, like, "Yo, I really trust you. You're really a good friend. Thank you for everything that you've done. I'm grateful for you." And this is just after Mahone called Christina, betraying Michael. But then he never betrayed Michael because the plan was always to do this. You understand what I mean? I'm not making a lot of sense, but trust me, it will one day. It will one day. So the general tells T-Bag, "You can do whatever you want with Sarah, because he's not going to give her over." Self comes in, and Self is trying to get Michael on the phone long enough to localize him, but it doesn't work. Now, you got Sino and Sucre, who are going to see Sino contact to get them both out of trouble.